Alright guys, so this is going to be the last section that we cover. We're going to skip 1.7, and this is 1.6 two-dimensional figures. Since we're first learning about 2D figures, we'll do a lot of this later on in the year, but we need to talk about a lot of vocab. So let's get this started. First off, the vertex of a polygon is where the two sides of a polygon intersect. Now that's kind of the fancy way. We'll just call it the corner or angle, but that's technically what it's called. Next, the polygon with no sides that passes through the figure's interior is a convex polygon. Alright, next, a convex polygon that is equilateral and equiangular is a regular polygon. So a regular polygon has to have all the sides the same and all the angles are the same. Next, an angle where all the angles are congruent. Well, we just said it 2 seconds ago, it's equiangular. Alright, the perimeter of a circle, that's the circumference, and we'll talk about that formula in a bit. A polygon with n number of sides is a n-gon. So we do have names for, like a 3-sided polygon, a 4-sided, but once we start talking about polygons with like more than 12 sides, we just call them like 15-gon, 20-gon, 183-gon. Alright, next, a close figure formed by coplanar segments where two segments intersect at a common non-collinear point is called a polygon. That's what we're talking about, so that's what it is. We'll talk about what is and what is not a polygon next. Alright, then we have a polygon with some sides that passes through the figure's interior is concave or concave polygons. Now those are the ones that cut inside and they make like a cave. And then we got a polygon where all sides are congruent. Well, it's kind of like where all angles are congruent, and that's an equilateral polygon. Okay, moving on. Okay, couldn't get the last two, so I had to scroll down a bit. The sum of the lengths of a polygon side, so if we add up all the lengths around it, it is called the perimeter. So you guys know that. And next, the number of square units needed to cover a surface, well, that's just simply the area. An area is for every single shape. Next thing what we're going to do, we're going to make a list of the polygons so we understand the names of them. Alright, so these are what you need to know, and these are just any polygon that has the number of sides. Now, a couple things you guys will need to know. All of these, we skip 11, we'll just talk about this, and then 13 or more, they don't all have the same name, but they all go by the same format. So let's just create this list. So 3-sided, we got triangle, then quadrilateral, pentagon, hexagon, you guys should know those. Heptagon, you might have forgotten, but octagon, you know, that's a stop sign. Next ones might be new. Nonagon, non-9. Decagon is 10, like a decade 10. Dodeca is 12. And then after 13 we use n-gon, so it would be like 13-gon, or if we had more, 25-gon, etc. Okay, next. What we're going to do, we're going to fill out this chart to decide what the characteristics of a polygon and what is not a polygon. Let's first start out with what is a polygon. Okay, we have non-collinear vertices, meaning all the vertices end at the point, so we don't have any like 3 corners all in the same line or anything like that. It's a closed figure, meaning okay, there's no openings or anything like that, and made of coplanar segments, meaning we don't have anything 3-dimensional. That gets to something else. Next, what is not a polygon? Well, there would be a couple things to make it not a polygon. That would be if the figure is open, it's not a polygon. If there's any curved sides, it's not a polygon. Or if the lines intersect, it's not a polygon. So we're going to draw some examples of things that are a polygon. So we'll assume that's right. So a plain old hexagon is one, but we can also have, that's a pentagon. Here's another pentagon. It has 5 sides, but it's not. Now, just to help you learn some things, this is a convex polygon. This is a concave polygon because the angles go inside. Alright, so non-examples. These are the ones you need to be aware of. So let's go. Open polygons, so something like where there's an opening, doesn't work. How about curved sides? So that macaroni noodle doesn't work. Intersecting lines, so if I go draw something like that, technically we have two polygons. We have a triangle here and another triangle there, but this whole shape is not a polygon because it has the intersecting lines. And the non-collinear vertices, what that would look like is if I did something like, you can see at the bottom we have 1, 2, and 3 points all on the same line. So the vertices need to be on different lines. Alrighty. Moving on. Now, there are some area formulas and perimeter formulas that you guys are going to need to know. And you should already know these, but let's write them down. Okay, first one, area of a triangle is 1/2 base times height. Area of a square, side squared. Area of a rectangle is base times height, or length times width. And the circle, pi r squared. And you guys can use 3.14 for pi right now. Later on in the year, we'll actually just leave the answer with a pi. Now, perimeter for a triangle is a plus b plus c, where you have to add up all the three sides. Unless it's an equilateral triangle, there'd be a shorter way, but we just leave it as a plus b plus c. Now, a square, since all the sides are the same, we can call it 4s. I wonder if you can hear my dog in the back. Okay, rectangle, we got a 2 length plus 2 widths. So we can actually shorten that up. We don't have to add up all 4 sides. If we just know the length and the width, we can double those. And the perimeter for the circle is actually what we call the circumference. Run out of room. This is why I don't. Okay, that was terrible. Ignore that. Now, circumference, it doesn't work for triangles, doesn't work for squares, doesn't work for rectangles. It just works for circles, and we're going to use 2 pi r. Now, there is another one, is just pi times diameter, but 2 pi r is the one we're going to use the most. Alright, so there's 2D figures. You guys should know most of this, but it should be good. There is a longer section. Now this is the last section, so after this you have the one CYU, but after this we're going to get ready for the test, so it's going to be regular paper and pencil work. Alright, good luck on this. See you in a bit.